It is not live on my end.
Kathy and Kenny here to say pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. It's for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
It's Saturday night
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Hello and welcome. It has been a night of craziness, of all kinds of craziness. I can't even put I can't even put it in words. It's just one of those nights, one of those things. Live happens. Hello and welcome. It is Pop Culture Kids on a Sunday night with your host, brother and sister team, Kathy and Kenny, coming to you from the north and the south, North Carolina, South Jersey. Hello, Kenny. What is up, my brother?
My sister, what is going on? What is down? What is up? What is down? What is sideways? What is all around?
It is all sideways tonight. We've had all kinds of technical gaffes, which is why we're starting so late, and all kinds of problems, but we are soldiering on, and we just thank you for hanging out with us on a Sunday night as we talk all things pop culture. Tonight, we will be taking a look at the coaches from the movies. So we are going to look at movie coaches, and yeah, that is it. We
So
just got to get through.
yeah, it's it's one of those times. A lot of people are getting ready for Christmas. In this area, a lot of people have watched our Eagles win in this area. I didn't see the game.
Hmm.
I was playing with the kids. I was playing with the grandkids.
Okay, nice.
So I was eating Chinese and playing with the grandkids.
Good times, good times. I have been sick all
Now,
weekend.
I want to say, I want to say something. I want to say something to our audience out there.
Mhm.
If you are in the South Jersey area, Thursday night, I'm doing a food drive at Miss Silly's Blues in Turnersville, 198 Frosville Road. Come through the food drive, drop off some food, and see my band Offshot play. Offshot hasn't played in 10 years together, and we are back together, and we are ready to go. We are fire, and we're going to play Thursday night for the food drive, and it's going to be the bomb diggity. I'm going to dance, I'm going to sing, I'm going to shake my groove thing.
Yikes. All right. I was trying to give you a tick. I thought you were going to keep talking. I was trying to give you a ticker.
No, we're doing a food drive. It's going to be Offshot is the feature, and a comedian. The closing sound is going to be Grizzly the comedian, and we're going to have an open mic in between the acts. Before and in between the acts, we're going to have open mic. So come on, if you have a talent, come on, hop on the stage, give everybody about 5 minutes or so, do your thing, and sit your ass down. But it's all in good fun and a good time. Whether you're new to entertaining or old to entertaining or veteran to entertaining, come on up. At my open mics, I like to say that as soon as you walk in the door, you're automatically family. So everybody's family at my open mics, and just come in and prepare to have a good time with family. Now, it's not the bar money type family, but it's family.
It's family. Speaking of family, good evening, fam, and good evening to our cousin Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you are well this evening. I was saying I haven't been well all weekend, and this is the first day. Like, I literally came home from work Friday, went to bed, and I don't think I woke up till this morning because I just had been feeling under the weather. So this is the first day I'm kind of like um, vertical.
Most of this weekend, I have been a taxi service. I've
Okay.
been a chauffeur for my parents and one of my kids. And I really don't want to get behind the wheel of a car all week. That's how bad it is.
That's how bad
I
it
don't
is.
want to get behind the wheel. I had to go to Secaucus to that mall.
Mm-hmm.
The mall is Secaucus American Dream or something like that or whatever.
Okay.
I was never there before.
Mm.
It's a nice mall though. I like it. But it took a while to get there, an hour and a half, 2 hours with
Wow.
you know turnpike traffic because my daughter wanted to see a YouTuber, and I meant to send you the picture of the father of the YouTubers that she went to go see.
Who was the YouTuber?
There's three sisters that are YouTubers, and they are very popular and famous. And I was sitting there talking to the dad because I was dressed I was, me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Mr. Style. I was dressed really cool.
Okay.
And the YouTubers made a comment because I was, with Olivia and I'm a dad, and I'm videotaping, and they made a comment about, oh, we like your dad fit. And I'm like, well, this is how dads dress. This is the cool thing to be. You're like, yeah, you look like our dad's dressed really cool because he's all in black, and you kind of remind us of our dad. And I went over and told the dad that, and we were sitting there talking and checking it out. And dad said, I look like a G. I look really cool.
So you are feeling yourself. All
I
right.
was feeling myself just a little bit. And the mother and the mom said, she looked me up and down. She goes, yeah, I saw you standing over there. I thought you were my husband for a minute. I'm not. He's not as good looking as me, but you know.
Ah, nice. Anyway, let's go on to
Let's start our show.
pop
Let's start our show.
pop culture
Now let's
news.
start with pop culture news. Now usually I
Usually.
made a rule to keep us all happy and whatnot, and not to be depressing, not to talk about people who pass away. But someone dear to a celebrity who I met personally one time and has been a very instrumental in me being doing what I do now and being a poet. Nikki Giovanni passed away last week. Rest in peace to Nikki Giovanni. Nikki Giovanni was born in January the 7th, 1943, and she passed away December 9th, 2024. Um, She has won numerous awards. We're not even going to go over all the things she's won. She's done so much for the African American community through activism and poetry and spoken word. Real quick, I'm going to tell you this quick 5 minute story about how I met her. I was part of a poetry group in Philadelphia back in, I guess, the late 1990s, 2000s. I believe it was like 2000, maybe 1999, I met her. And what had happened was I was part of this poetry group, and they hired her to come through and read. And I walked in the door and they said, Kenny, we got a job for you. And I'm like, man, they're gonna make me security or watch the door or hold tickets. I'm gonna miss Miss Giovanni reading, and I'm gonna miss Miss Giovanni altogether. I'm not gonna get a chance to. And they said, no, your job is gonna be the shadow of Miss Giovanni. Like you're like managing her, like keeping the crowds from her. I said, so wait a minute, I get to hang out with Nikki Giovanni all night? And they say, yeah, that's. I'm like, sign me up. I'm in. Like my idol, like one of the people who The last poets, Langston Hughes, Nikki Giovanni. This is why I do what I do. So that's a picture of me and Miss Giovanni because I am managing her, and I kind of said, "Hey, Miss Giovanni," and then she goes, "Call me Nikki." I said, "Miss Nikki." She said, "Call me Nikki." I said, "Okay, Nikki." Because Nikki Giovanni, what are you gonna do? So I said, can we have a picture? Can I get you to sign my book before everybody else gets here? I got my book that she signed over there. Maybe when Kathy gets here, I'll come bring my book over. But in any event, this is the picture we took. As you see, I had hair, so it was 90, 99, 98. I was very young when I did this, and I met Nikki Giovanni. She was a delight. She was very down to earth. She was very friendly. She had no airs about her. Oh my God. I wish I had connected with her more looking back on it. But I was so awestruck that I met her and got to sit with her. And of course, people who know me know I acted a fool with Miss Giovanni. So we were sitting there most of the night. Me and Miss Giovanni were sitting there laughing and cracking up because I'm telling stupid jokes and she's laughing at my stupid jokes and we're just having a good time. So that's my Nikki Giovanni story. Rest in peace to a great.
Two are great. Rest in peace. Rest in power. That is
Yes,
awesome.
rest in
And I
power.
just thought it was great because I know you posted that picture on Facebook, and I think I put it on my Pop Culture Kids Facebook as well. Uh, because it's very rare that we get to meet our idols, and even when we
Yes.
do, that they live up to, that, you know, adoration. A lot of times they're not the
And
people
she
we are
she
expecting.
really she really lived up to it because I mean we were on 21st and South Street and we had her in a hotel like on 5th Street somewhere and they sent the car to pick her up, but the car called us back and said, "Hey, she's not here." And then 10 minutes later she comes walking in because she had walked the 20 blocks to get to us.
Wow,
Because she was like, "Yeah, you know, car? You need a car for it."
that's cool.
So
That is cool.
the rest of our news. Jamie Foxx on his Netflix special. I meant to watch this before the show. Revealed he got sick. How he got sick in Netflix.
Hmm.
Apparently, Diddy did it. That was a joke on
Did he say that really?
Netflix special. Yeah, they say he said Diddy did it.
Did he did it?
Diddy did it, man. There's a lot of people saying Diddy drugged him, man. Look, listen.
Hey,
It's
you
like Cat
know,
said. When Diddy invites you to the party, just say no. Because I saw
just
something
say
else
no.
where there was a guy who said he was security guard for Diddy, and Diddy personally handed him a drink. And next thing you know, he's in the back of the car taking a Diddy hit. So he, it's Diddy's got a lot to answer for.
Mm, 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 mm.
Um, Whoopi Goldberg says, and this just broke my heart. Whoopi Goldberg says she's about the hit and run hookups and not interested in a committed relationship. And I've heard her say this before, like, don't stay. Whoopi's like, yeah, don't stay tonight. Don't get all mushy and lovey dovey. I'm not waking up in the morning and making you eggs or nothing like that.
Not make you eggs.
Obviously,
You got to go.
hasn't. Obviously, Whoopi hasn't met me
Mm.
because once she gets a whole load of Kenny Walker, I'm going to change this tune altogether.
Okay, prayers.
I'm going to change. She gonna meet Kenny Walker. She gonna be like, wait a minute, stop the presses. I met my Stedman. He's staying around.
Okay, Stedman. Moving on to our next story.
The ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland and Wizard of Oz sold for 32.5 million at an auction.
Wow.
32.5. These are the exact ruby slippers that Judy Garland wore in the Wizard of Oz movie. So this prop,
That's a lot for some slippers.
32.5 million for dirty ass slippers that some woman 60 years ago put her feet in.
But I thought these slippers were like in the Smithsonian, like they have the one section of the Smithsonian with all like the pop culture, like Archie Bunker's couch and or chair and
Well,
like all
you
that.
got you got to think also too. Um, they probably have more than one set of slippers.
Lisa's commenting on the on the Whoopi story. The bun and run, hun.
That's it. I'm gonna change Whoopi's mind on that. She gonna fall in love with me.
Okay. Well, everybody's got their dreams.
Um, but yeah, so maybe they have more than one pair of sneakers, slippers rather. Maybe something like, because a
Well,
lot
I'm
of times with
sure when
props,
yeah, with props they have to have like
multiple
multiple
kinds.
props
So
to make
maybe
sure,
one's in Smithsonian and one was sold at the auction,
Mhm.
or maybe the ones that sold at the Smithsonian was somebody's that they donated to the Smithsonian, but then they decided to sell it.
Oh, okay.
That could be it too. I don't know. Who knows?
Who
Who
knows?
knows? Who knows what rich people do with their money and their stuff?
32 million, that could feed a lot of people, but hey, if
Yeah,
you
32
got that
million.
kind of money for a pair of shoes, God bless.
32
I
million.
don't
We
think
could we
what's
could
the
put a lot of
most
people in college.
what's the most you've ever spent on a pair of shoes? Do you know?
Um, 85 maybe.
I'm trying to think. I actually
85 maybe.
the most I've ever spent was on a pair of sneakers, and they were running sneakers. That's probably like the most money I think I've spent on my feet.
Yeah, I probably spent like I don't think I've ever spent like over $100 for a
Yeah.
pair of shoes and
Well,
sneakers.
I have a pair of hookahs, and I know they were pricey. And
I plan on spending $100 on the next pair of shoes I get
Mhm.
because I need some orthopedic, like I need shoes, especially because I'm a diabetic and my feet and everything. I need a
Right.
wide and everything. But
Yeah.
so I plan on, well, hopefully I'm old enough to get Medicare by the time I buy those, and
Right.
I'll pay for that crap.
Get some orthopedic shoes.
Orthopedic shoes, man. Hey, don't you know what? Don't knock the orthopedic shoes.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. Hey, I'm a
I
diabetic
don't
too.
knock it, man. Them things is comfortable as heck all. Okay.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Before we go into our topic, coaches, why don't you go and tell them, let them know how they can support us if they like to.
Absolutely. Again, we thank you so much for hanging out with us on a Sunday night. You can support us by visiting kathyandkenny.com. That's our website, and you can also link up to the show. You can also hear us on Who's Got Next Radio on Tuesday nights. And seems like there's something else you should do. Oh, by the way, there is a subscribe button and a thumbs up button. So if you can like, subscribe, we would really appreciate it. Short and quick, because I know we were running late tonight.
Yeah, well,
Hey, life
So,
happens. Live happens.
live happens. Things happen
Live,
live that
live
you
happens.
can't, uh, you know. Oh,
You
while we're on the
just can't.
subject, hey Lisa, are you coming over? Are you and Angel Betty coming over on the 26th? I need to
For
know if
Kwanzaa.
yeah, for Kwanzaa. I need to know if
See,
I'm coming to pick you
see,
guys up.
yeah, like 100 on a pair of boots. I probably have done that. I spent 150 on those hookahs, and that was to me a lot for some
Yeah,
sneakers.
I
Because
don't,
I'm cheap as all heck, and I get me those like 29.99 Skechers that I can get at like Sam's
yeah.
Club.
Look, before the doctor told me that I needed special shoes and whatnot, and my podiatrist told me, before they closed, I was a Payless shopper.
Oh, now see, I can't do Payless because I can't be doing the hard shoes. Like they got to
I
be
did
comfortable.
Payless.
But you
I
know
did
what
Payless.
what I do have too is like the inserts. Like I had like a
Yeah,
custom insert for my foot, and that made it walking a lot easier. And I do see a podiatrist like 3 times a year, like every three
yeah. I say
months.
my
So
podiatrist. My
4 times
podiatrist
a
is
year.
really nice. She lotions up my feet sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I like it.
they trim my nails and
Yeah, they trim my nails, but
care
she
to my
trim my
toes.
nails and she lotions my feet up.
Okay. Well, yeah, they always lotion your feet
Yeah,
up afterwards because I
yeah,
mean,
lotion my feet up and trim my nails.
but you
And
say it and you make it sound so wrong.
I know I do make it sound wrong. I make it sound kind of dirty. She
You make
lotions
it
me up,
sound so
my feet
wrong.
up. She just like
Uh,
puts it on her hands and spreads it all over my feet and ankles and everything.
God,
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
you like it. You like
Lotion my feet, baby. Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
are
Melissa.
very disturbed.
I know I am just. It's
I
just.
thought I had all our scenes set, but I realized
And
that
her assistant's really cute too. She got these cool tattoos on her arm and everything, and she's looked like she's had a hard life, but she's really cute though.
you are
You
down a
know,
rabbit hole right now, my
I'm
friend.
going down a real big rabbit hole. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, let's keep the show going.
Hey, and before we do, uh, just let us know in the comments what coach movie or what coach are you a big fan of? We're talking about uh, coach coach movies or movies that feature coaches. So it is a sports movie themed thing, but I think our focus was picking. Well, I guess Kenny could tell you the focus because he makes the list. Because there was one
Yeah.
movie that's not on the list, and I can't even remember the title of it. Was it
Well,
Josh?
here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. I was trying to pick movies, and I was trying to pick movies that had coaches in it. Now, one of the movies I took off the list, and I'm gonna tell you because I wanted to keep kind of simple and stick with sports, but I took Karate Kid off the list
Hmm.
because it was more about the Karate Kid than it was about the coach, because the coach was Mr. Miyagi. Also, I took Hitch off the list because I had it on the list at one point because Hitch was
Who?
like a coach. Hitch was like a
Oh,
coach
okay. Well,
for
see,
men to get women.
I think I think the coaches you have on these lists mostly sports team. Oh, but
Yeah.
oh, Lisa reminded me of this. That's right. That's right. That there was a store on Frankfurt Avenue where we got those orthopedic shoes. I remember that, and I remember I had to wear a shoe with like a brace at night when I slept. So yeah, I'm sure those orthopedic shoes we had to wear growing up probably were more expensive than my $150 sneakers, given the price at the time, I'm sure. So, as we go down this rabbit hole of coaches in movies, and I know, was it last week we were talking Denzel Washington, so and everybody knows his iconic role, and I think that movie shows up on our list.
Yes, that movie comes up probably high on
But
the list.
and it, God,
Um,
I wish I could remember what that movie was because I thought it was pretty good, and I don't think it made the list. What was his name? It was like Josh something. He just okay. Anyway, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. All right.
okay, so
So
first on our list is Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Now, who
Never
pays?
seen this movie.
You've never seen this movie?
I've
I've
never
never
seen Friday
seen
Night
it
Lights.
either. Actually, I saw it. I saw it so long ago, and I know it became a TV series as well, but I don't remember it. I'm bad
The
at it.
inspiration for Friday Night Lights it was inspired by H.G. Buzz Bissinger's nonfiction book Friday Night Lights, A Talented Team and a Dream, and 2004's film based on it. The book, which explores the 1988 season of the um, Permian Panthers, a high school football team in Odessa, Texas, was a factual work of documentary journalism. The people featured were not renamed in the book. The Universal Picture film, which stars Billy Bob Thornton, was directed by Peter Berg, Bissinger's second cousin, based on characters in the residents of Odessa in 1988.
Okay. And again, I know that was a popular movie. I think I remember seeing it. It's so long ago though. I don't remember all the plot points from Friday Night
Yeah,
Lights.
I'm not one for sports movies really.
And that's this whole list.
I know some of these movies I've seen,
I know
and
I've seen most. I've seen. I think I've seen just about all of them. Now, if I can remember details, that's another thing.
okay. Well, then the next one on the list is We Are Marshall. Did you see this one?
I did see We Are Marshall because this was
Tell us about
actually
We Are
based.
Marshall.
Huh? You've never
Tell
seen
us
it?
about We Are Marshall.
Oh, okay. It's actually based on a true story and about the Marshall University football team that was killed in a plane accident. I, yeah, I believe it was a plane accident, and
Yeah.
how they kind of had to rebuild and come back with again with dealing with the loss of, you know, coaches and players and students, and it kind of weighed on, I guess, the whole the team, the university, the school, and this story really is kind of how they come back from it. So yeah.
All right, we are Marshall. You recommend this movie to see?
I do recommend it. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a tearjerker, but as far as sports movies, I don't think there is a clunker on the list. Actually, I was
Yeah, no,
looking
I
at
don't
the
think there is
list, and
either.
I think I think the list is pretty solid, and I
Oh,
think
for
this is
once
one
you
of them.
approved my list. My list is solid for once.
This list, tonight's list
Because
is
usually you
solid.
complain about my list not being solid.
This list is solid. I like this
Okay.
list.
And next we have The Longest Yard, the 2005 version, not the original version from back in the day, but this is
Oh,
the
I put the original.
2005
I put
version.
a picture of the original version up because I know. Yeah, you're going for the 2005 version. I think that was kind of funny when I saw the year you put in there because I know over the
Yeah,
Thanksgiving weekend. I think we actually were you downstairs when we were watching this?
I might have been, I don't know.
Okay,
But
because
here's the
it
thing
was
about The
actually
Longest Yard.
long.
The original from 1982 starred Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds also
82.
featured,
I thought it went back further than that.
I thought it was 80, I think it was 82.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
In,
20.
in any event, Burt Reynolds was in that one, and oh, I'm sorry. The longest show was 74. My apologies.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think it's
74,
74.
and it starred Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds made an appearance in this one.
Yeah.
And he was like this old, of course, it's about these guys in prison who play the guards and everything. And this is one of the coaches because Adam Sandler plays a football star who goes to jail, and he's told to make a football team. And at first, he was told to coach. He was told to give pointers to the guard football team, and the guards are kind of like giving him a hard time about that. And he said, and Adam Sandler says, "Let's do a scrimmage." And he goes, "Well, what team?" He goes, and the judge, the warden goes, "You make them a team of inmates, and they'll scrimmage against the guards." And they came in to lose. There was supposed to be a scrimmage where the inmates lost, but they were feeling good about themselves, and they decided to play for real.
Well, and one of the things too is Adam Sandler played the football player who was kind of disgraced because he was accused of throwing a
Oh,
game.
shaving points, yeah.
Yeah,
And he was the coach of this team.
and he was the coach of the team. Now,
Yeah.
Lisa's mentioning the underdogs. I don't think I've seen the underdogs. George Lopez and Snoop Dogg.
I didn't see that one.
Okay, all right. Oh, we got.
But next we have the Gridiron Gang, which starred The Rock and Exhibit,
Why? Why does The Rock get to have a movie? Why does he even get
because
to
he's
have a
The Rock.
career?
The Rock has a movie and everything.
I don't get it. I'm just saying.
The Rock. I'm waiting for The Rock to do a rom com.
Hasn't he done one?
I don't think he has.
Didn't
I'm
he
waiting
do
for The
that?
Rock to do a
Didn't he
romantic
do
comedy. I
one
don't think
with
he's done anything.
Emily Blunt?
No,
Wasn't
that
that?
was more like an action one where they're on the boat and everything.
Yeah.
It might end up being a Rock, but that was, they haven't given The Rock a role where he's romantically involved with somebody, like seriously romantically involved with somebody. Like he was in, he had a, excuse me, he had a scene in one movie where he played the cop that comes in town and this, that, and the other. But
And do we really need that? Do we really need The Rock in a romantic comedy? I'm just saying.
yeah, we do. He's
We
done
do?
everything else. We need to be in a romantic comedy.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, we do. We do. But this is about the longest yard is about inmates. This is about boys in a juvenile detention home who form a football team, and The Rock and Exhibit are the coaches that train them, and it's about them dealing with these kids and training them.
Okay. Cool.
Next on our list is one of your favorite actors,
Oh yes,
Dwight
Keanu,
Paul.
all day long. all day long.
I don't. I
God
don't.
bless
I
the
don't get
60
it.
years,
I don't. I don't get
year
it.
olds.
I don't get it.
Now, did you see Hardball?
I saw Hardball a long time ago. I love it when you call me Big
Big Papa, throw
Papa.
your hands in the air.
And it got tear jerking when the little boy died.
Oh yeah. Well, oh wait. Whoa.
Spoiler alert. I'm
Spoiler
sorry.
alert.
This movie is back in 2001. If you haven't seen this movie in 23 years, spoiler alert.
Well, if somebody hadn't seen any of these movies about coaches and they're watching the replay and they're thinking about, hey, which one of these movies should I check out? Um, you already gave
I
it
didn't say
away.
which little boy died. I said the
Although
little
I
boy
have
died.
to say, sometimes it can be, I don't want to say, well, I don't know, like that formula of having like, the white savior. Sometimes that can be a little disturbing. Kind of like,
Yeah.
what was that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer with we've been spending most of our time.
You talk the one where they're in school or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah, Freedom Writers.
Freedom. Oh no, Freedom Writers was another one. But then
Yeah.
she was in.
Look,
I
don't
can't think
talk
of
don't
it.
talk bad about my girl Michelle Pfeiffer because she
I'm
is
not
on my
talking
list
bad, but
under
I'm just
Whoopi,
saying.
under Whoopi Goldberg, Sandra Bernhard, and then there's Michelle Pfeiffer somewhere in there, real close,
Hmm.
because she is. I love Michelle Pfeiffer. Love Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I haven't seen the red one, but
She get my
again, I
last
don't go
dime.
out of my way to see the Rock movies, so
Well, The Rock is going to be in the last Fast and Furious, so I'm going to see that. But Hardball,
Hardball. It was good.
uh,
I
Keanu
wonder what
Reeves.
happened to those kids. I always worry about these child actors and
Well, all you got, I think some of them are still acting. You
oh
just do is
really?
you go to Wikipedia, you go, you look it up, and you Google it, and it'll
Okay.
show you where all the kids are, if they're still acting or whatever.
Because I always
Um,
worry.
yeah, some of them might be
Hollywood.
still acting.
Although they did bring back Diane Lane for this one, and I hadn't seen her in a long time. So
Yeah,
I was like,
Diane
oh,
Lane
that's
is another one,
cool.
man.
That's
She's another
awesome.
one.
Oh, she's on
She
your
was
list
also
too.
she was also in that Bratz documentary.
Diane Lane was in the Bratz documentary.
Was it
Oh,
Diane Lane?
are you sure? Or you
No,
thinking of
no,
Ally
no. It
Sheedy?
wasn't Diane Lane. It wasn't Diane Lane.
Okay, yeah. All right,
It was.
next on the list.
Mighty Ducks,
Now this
1992. I've
one
never seen the Mighty Ducks.
I haven't seen either. I haven't seen the Mighty Ducks. So
But
we are both.
they're playing hockey, which is why you don't see a lot of black kids.
Let's look at that shot again. Oh my gosh. Well, they got one little black kid in there. I think that.
They got look like two Spanish kids in there,
Okay. All right.
or black or whatever. Yeah,
Why don't we play hockey? I just don't
I
know.
don't know why we don't play
Why don't we
hockey.
have more black hockey players?
I don't know why. I don't know why we play
And
hockey.
I'm sure if there is a kid out there, a young African American kid honing his skating skills and getting his hockey on, I'm sure, there would be some scholarships or something open to him, you know? Okay, oh, wait,
Lisa,
Lisa saw it.
you saw the Mighty Ducks, Lisa. How would you rate the Mighty Ducks, Lisa?
Yeah, what
Tell
would
us
be
about
the
the Mighty
rating for
Ducks.
the Mighty Ducks?
Mighty Ducks.
Like, and I said this list was solid because at least that is a movie that a lot of people know, and it had to be good because they actually had a sequel. Because
They
didn't
had
they
a
do?
sequel, and they made a series about it.
Okay,
It's
and
a
it was a
series on Disney
series.
Plus. It's a series on Disney Plus.
S-
The Mighty Ducks.
So I think a couple of these movies led to series. Some successful, some not, but I think a
Yeah.
couple of these movies. The next movie.
Uh,
Oh, say
is
again.
Any Given Sunday.
No, you skipped a
No,
movie. You whoa? Did you change the
oh no,
order?
no, oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went all the way up the list. The next
Yeah.
one is Wildcats.
I'm like
Wildcats.
football. I
This movie
love this
is about
movie.
Goldie Hawn, and this is the height of Goldie Hawn's career, I believe. And this is Goldie Hawn, and she had the opportunity to be a teacher in a prep school, but she chose to be a teacher, a coach in an inner city school and coach football. And of course, this little white lady coming to this inner city school to coach football is not taken seriously at all, and she turns this team into a winning team.
Right.
Um, and it's a very funny movie. It's a very good movie. Um, her husband is one of the Keach boys. I believe it was Stacy
Uh,
Keach.
James Keach.
James Keach
James
was
Keach.
was her husband in this one. This is the early pairing of Wesley Snipes
And
and
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
A very
Before.
early pairing when they first started out of them two. They were both on the team, and Woody Harrelson was the quarterback until the guy from uh, the Righteous Apples came and replaced him.
The Righteous Apples.
I think that's the guy from the Righteous. I know he was in he was in the movie. They sang "I Can Dream About You." He was one of those singers.
Oh, not not Robert Townsend. I
No,
know who you're talking about. I can't think of the guy's name either.
moving sidewalk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the name either, but I know who you're talking about. But that's
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's Wildcats, and Wildcats is really known. One of the things it's really known for is the song at the end credit song, Wildcats, and they're all singing, and all the
And they're all
guys are rapping
singing
and
and
singing. So
rapping. And I think that was probably before like some of the sports teams decided that they needed to come up with raps like the
yeah, yeah, way before
Steelers
that.
shuffle and all that other
Yes,
kind of
yeah,
crap.
they won't like that. Yeah. Next we have
The definitive one of the
yes.
definitive baseball
I haven't seen
movies.
this movie in years,
Oh,
but
it's
I
been a while.
remember, and I this is the Bad News Bears, and I know they've redone the Bad News Bears a
Mhm.
few times, I believe, and did Bad News Bears.
I think
But
this one actually was a TV series too for a little bit.
well, this is the no. You got the old, you got the new picture of Bad News Bears. You don't have the original Bad News Bears.
Oh wait, that
You
is the
got the
newer
Billy Bob
picture.
Thornton
Oh, that's the
Bad
Billy
News
Bob
Bears.
Thornton.
Yeah,
Oh,
I said the Bad News Bears from 1976 with Walter Matthau,
my
Tatum
bad.
O'Neal, and a guy in the future who wound up being Rorschach in the Watchmen.
Oh, my bad. I got the wrong Bad News
So
Bears.
the Bad News Bears, here's what makes the Bad News Bears, and this is why I picked the 1976 version, because I remember seeing this version as a kid, and it was very influential because it was like this movie. And before we had Sandlot, we had the Bad News Bears. Before you had the Mighty Ducks, you had the Bad News Bears. You know, before you had any kids going around playing sports or movies or TV shows, you had the Bad News Bears. And Walter Matthau's very, he didn't want to do this and coach his team, but he gets forced to coach his team and the way he handles it. Tatum O'Neal being this tomboyish type girl who plays ball better than all the other boys. And the one kid who was cooler than everybody else there, who they try to get to play, but he doesn't want to play because he is too cool for school. And he plays, and they get him to play, and that is Jackie Earl Haley. Jackie Earl Haley, who if you see him as a kid and you see him now, he's been in a lot of different things. He plays a lot of, he's a good character actor. And he was also the actor that played Rorschach in the Watchmen movie. And he did an excellent, awesome job at Rorschach. Awesome job as Rorschach. But he was in this movie as a kid, and he played that cool kid, and he was very excellent in that. And he wound up being like the star player, besides Tatum O'Neal, who was the also the star player because she was the girl. But he wound up being able to hit and play better than everybody else. And I think he rode like a little moped or something like that around, and he was trying. He was like the Fonz after the Fonz. He was like a kid version of the Fonz. So, Kathy, where are you? Did I lose you? Are you
I
there?
no, I'm here. I'm just trying to.
No, no, don't forget it's too late.
I'm
The
just
throw
trying
is
to
gone,
edit and
babe.
make things right because I had the wrong
Okay.
version. So I was making
And
sure I got
that
the
is the
right.
version of Bad News Bears right there that we're talking about with Walter
I was
Matthau
doing some real
starring in
time
that.
editing.
Yes, Walter Matthau, Tatum O'Neal. That is the version of Bad News Bears right there. and that was a great movie. It was 1976, very funny movie. Now let's get into Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. Now, this movie
Any
I
Given
did
Sunday.
see.
Now, the one story is about Any Given Sunday is that they're playing football and they're all on the same team, but LL Cool J and Jamie Foxx actually had beef on the set because
Oh, I've
you
heard this
know
before. Yeah.
yeah, they were getting like one of them was getting too rough, and the other one was like, "Don't be a punk, man. Let's go."
Oh.
Like we filming a football movie, and some people are more character actors or more method actors, I should say, than others. So that got kind of rough. But Any Given Sunday was like at the time of 1992 was a plethora of. Let me see. You had Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J, and this is about Al Pacino being a coach, and Al Pacino is a coach who is thought to be out of sync with coaching. He's got a bad rep from coaching, and he's got to redeem himself. And that's what this movie's about. This coach putting together a good team. He puts together a good team that wins, and his job is on the line if he loses.
Mm.
But he wins, and Cameron Diaz is the owner of the team because she inherited from her dad, and she gives the threat that I'm going to get rid of your old behind anyway. And he wins, and she asks, and she says, "Well, you might as well stay." And he goes, "Kiss both sides, baby. I'm going to another team, and I'm taking a quarterback with me." So we had
Uh,
Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx. We had Dennis Quaid, who played the star quarterback, and he was aging, and he had to show Jamie Foxx how to be a star quarterback. And his wife and everybody else was saying, don't give this kid a chance. Like, you still got the fire in you. And Dennis Quaid was like, "No, I don't. No, I don't. You're all about to kill my old ass out here on this field. I'm gonna give it to the young boy." James Woods, LL Cool J, Jim Brown was in this one. It just
God,
had a
everybody.
plethora. Yeah, it just had a plethora of good actors. There's a lot of other people that was in this movie that was well worth seeing that I came in name. I think who was the comic that was in this movie? What was his name? Well, Anne Margaret was in this movie. She played Cameron Diaz's um, mother.
Hmm.
Elizabeth Berkley was in this movie. I believe she was Charleston Heston was in this movie.
Oh, wow.
Uh, yeah, Jim Brown. I'm trying to get the actor that was in there, and I'm trying to think. He was a comedian. Did the whole thing with the Rolodex.
Um, the Rolodex. That sounds familiar.
He had the Rolodex joke.
Yeah,
Oh
that sounds so
man,
familiar, but I can't think
he was
of.
he was in the movie The Brothers. He was in the movie The Brothers. What
Oh,
is his name? It's gonna kill me.
I
What
get
is his
Bill. Oh,
name?
Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy was in this. Yes,
I know
yes,
Bill Bellamy.
yeah. Well, he was in this
We were
movie.
online together auditioning for Catch a Rising Star. I know Bill Bellamy. He is a pretty cool guy, down to earth guy. Yeah,
Yeah. So this is a great movie. This is a real great movie.
yeah.
Next on our list we have
Oh, and
Hoosiers.
Lawrence Taylor was in it too.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor was in it. I'm talking this movie was like one of those movies that get overlooked as being Any Given Sunday is one of those movies that gets overlooked as one of those things where it just had a celebrity cast that was just
Hmm.
way out.
Right. Well, I guess
It
being
had
that
the ensemble cast in this movie was excellent. It was awesome.
awesome. All right. Next
So
on the
let's have
list,
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. Now I saw this, but it was so long ago.
I never seen Hoosiers.
Never saw Hoosiers. And
I
again,
never seen Hoosiers.
I think that's the name. It's in Indiana, and I know I'm going to get, I'm going to catch fire for not knowing what state is known as the Hoosiers, but you know,
Yeah, I don't. I'm looking it up now
you don't
because
know.
I forgot to look it up earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, Hoosiers is about this coach who puts together this team, and
Gene
it's one of
Hack.
those
Well, Gene
underdog stories
Hackman.
also.
And I think this was based on the real story too, I
Yeah.
believe.
He's a failed college coach. He gets a chance at redemption when he is hired to coach a high school basketball team
Or maybe it was
in
fictitious.
in the Indiana town, Indiana,
Oh, Indiana. Okay, that's where who they
Indiana.
are. Okay. All right.
So
All
this is a coach. This is a coach who is is known to be a failure. He's got to prove himself. So he gets to this small Indiana town and he takes his team and makes him into a team to prove himself.
right. Okay. I get you.
Yeah, I need from the looks of this picture, I need this team to play a team in Camden. I'm just saying. All right, so
That's just wrong. Rich what? Rich one. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't
next
with
on our
Coach
list
Carter.
is Coach Carter.
Coach Carter was good.
Coach Carter was a good movie. I remember seeing this years ago, and I like the scene where the kid challenges him because he thinks you can't put your hand on me, and Coach Carter's like, "Oh, really?" And this movie also features a very young Channing Tatum.
Ah, he ain't bad to look at either. I gotta tell
Oh
you.
my God, really? Really?
Yes. I
I
mean,
like the way these average looking guys
he is
that
not average looking.
these average looking guys in movies that if women saw them on the street wouldn't give them a second look. Channing Tatum. Um, I just whatever his name is. These guys are average looking guys just because they're celebrities. They're supposed to be good looking. Denzel Washington. All these
He's not
guys
an
are the average
average
looking
looking
guys.
guy. I'm sorry. Denzel Washington
These
is not an
average looking
average
guys
looking
that if you
guy.
saw them on the street emptying trash, you wouldn't give them a second look. But now, they're famous and they're actors and on screen or they're singers, and now all the women want to talk to them and stuff like that. I'm sick of this. When I become rich and famous, I don't want extra women coming to me saying how good
Extra
looking I
women.
am because
How about
you miss your
extra
chance and
women?
I'm broke.
uh, all right. I'm going to hold you to that. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, you know what movie? And I know we're heading to the top of your list, but the one movie that you forgot, I think that was a pretty good one. That's the guy I was trying to think of. I was thinking I knew the guy's name was Josh. I couldn't remember his last name. His name is Josh Lucas, and it was Glory Road because I believe that
I might have forgot that one.
that was
Cat,
based on a
Kathy,
true
Kathy,
story. Huh?
Kathy. And this conversation out there
What?
in YouTube land and radio land when you catch us on the radio. This conversation I have to have with Kathy all the time. When she says I forget something, we got an hour.
We
We
only
only
have
got
an
an hour.
hour. All right, I hear you.
We got
I
an
hear
hour.
you.
But
And I take it, Lisa, you're giving Coach Carter a 10. Coach Carter, I thought was a good movie. And
yeah,
I
Coach
actually
Carter,
thought it was set in Virginia, but actually there's a Richmond, California, because that's where it was actually set.
because Coach Carter, biographical sports drama film starring Sam Jackson, directed by Thomas Carter. Thomas Carter, as some of you might not know, was in The White Shadow.
Which, when you're talking about coaches, the White Shadow, that was the
Yes,
original
that was the
basketball
original coach,
coach.
The White Shadow.
The White Shadow.
Is
Oh,
based
take us
is
back.
based on a true story of Richmond High School basketball coach Ken Carter, who made headlines in 1999 for suspending his undefeated high school basketball team due to their poor academic results. The screenplay was written by John Gatins and Mark Schwann. The cast features Rob Brown, Channing Tatum in his film debut. So this is the first time we've seen Channing Tatum on screen. And his acting was great in this, so you would know. Debbie Morgan from All My Children fame,
Oh,
uh,
Debbie
Robert Richard,
Morgan.
and the singer Ashanti was in this movie.
Oh,
So
wow. That was
that's
a good
but
movie.
Thomas Carter directing this kind of brings everything full circle on this being a basketball movie.
Thomas Carter. Wow. That's
Thomas
like a
Carter,
blast from the
yes,
past from the
yes,
White
Thomas
Shadow
Carter,
days. Yeah.
and
But
I
Lisa
forget
was
what
giving
was his.
any given Sunday a 10.
Yeah.
not Coach Carter, but I
Okay.
think
What
Coach
was
Carter was a good movie. I don't know if it's 10. I would say it's a 7 or 8 though. It's pretty good.
what was Thomas Carter's?
What was Thomas Carter's character's name?
Yeah,
I have no earthly idea.
on the White Shadow.
On the what? That's one of those things you'd have to ask, like you'd have to ask Sir
Hollywood
Theodore.
Hayward.
Hey,
Hollywood Hayward.
okay.
The
Hey,
White Shadow, man. That was my show
Thomas
back in the day.
Carter. That was yeah.
That's
That's
my
going
show back
back.
in the day. Okay, so we're gonna
But
finish
like
our
I
list
said
up with.
before, I think Glory Road should have gotten an honorable mention on this list. And I don't know if you've seen that movie, but it was actually pretty good.
I didn't see the movie, but you just gave it the honorable mention that you wanted it to have.
I yeah, I gave it an honorable
You
mention.
just gave it the honorable mention.
Okay.
Okay,
I
that's
still
that's
give
like
it.
the fifth time you mentioned Glory Road and I didn't put it on the list. I'm just putting it out there.
All right. It didn't make the list.
Okay,
I'm just saying. I don't know something. I don't know what is going on with Spectrum Internet, but
like you
I'm
saw the
surprised we're
list.
doing a show because my I no I did see the list and I started to sneak it in at the end, but
Yeah, I mean, you've had the list since Tuesday night, Wednesday morning.
I
I don't.
honestly
You
I
wait
didn't
to
really
get
read.
live on. You wait to get live on the show to say you forgot Glory Road. And I've talked to
Sorry.
you in between there. I've texted you in between now and then, and you could have said something, but you wait to get live to embarrass me
I'm
and say I
sorry.
didn't. It's not embarrassing really to me because
It's
I don't
embarrassing to
care.
me.
But
I
yeah,
should have
yeah,
done more research.
it is what it is.
It is
You
what it
know,
is.
you know.
Live and learn.
Glory Road gets an honorable mention for our list, please, everybody.
And our final movie on the list tonight. Remember the Titans, which again got
Remember
to
the Titans.
mention Denzel, but it is back in the forefront. I'm sorry, Kenny. Go ahead, Kenny. Did I lose you? Are you there?
Did we pause?
I don't know.